Today we're learning the Coldplay and BTS song, My Universe, a song famously written by Jungkook about his love affair with a tall glass of whole milk. Dynamite music video. Watchers know what I'm talking about there. Basically it sounds like this. It's a 3-chord loop. Now, it might seem difficult to play if you've looked up the chords and you're like, all right, A major, I got that. C sharp minor, oh, that's a little dodgy. B major, you've lost me, right? No, we're gonna make this super easy, and it's incredibly fun to play because it just repeats. So let's start with A major, okay? We're really just gonna be working the bottom 4 strings, or the highest 5 strings, actually, right? So if we've got an A major like this, there's a lot of different ways to play A major. You just gotta hold down the 2nd fret on the D string, the 2nd fret of the G string, and the 2nd fret of the B string. And try to get the open A and the open E string in there, right? So this is the first chord in the progression, all right? You might think this is actually in the key of A, because the start of the A chord was actually in the key of E. We'll talk about that near the end, but... Then C sharp minor, then B. Okay, so this is an acoustic guitar arrangement of it. Now it's more of a synth bop track, where you can kind of just hear that synth going, kind of following a bass line, but we're fleshing it out with the chords to kind of make more of, just like I said, a simple acoustic guitar arrangement, all right? So, we're gonna start with that A major chord. You'll see me playing it with one finger, like this, okay? The tricky part about that is getting the high E string to ring out. Again, you know, you don't have to. You don't have to get it open all the time. It'll be fine, you'll survive, right? Now, to make this easy, let's go over the traditional way to play these chords quick, then we'll talk about the strumming, then we'll talk about the easy way to play these chords, all right? So, there's A major. However you want to play it, you can use different fingers for it. Again, it's all contextual. C sharp minor is going to be the 4th fret on the A string, the 6th fret on the D and G string, the 5th fret on the B string, and then if you can bar this chord, you also get the 4th fret on the high E string, okay? Can be kind of tricky to do a bar chord, but again, we're gonna learn a cheater way in just a second. That's C sharp minor. Then we're gonna go to B major, all right? A couple different ways to play B major, but it's really 2 on the A string, there's your B root note, 4, 4, 4 on the D, G, and B strings. If you're crazy athletic, like a young Jungkook, you can get that high E string to ring out underneath that raised bar of like your pinky or your ring finger, okay? Not necessary, all right? So doing it the official bar chord way is like this. To kind of get a little bit of the rhythm in there, you'll notice that my strumming hand never really stops. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We have a bar of A, 1, 2, 3, 4, a bar of C sharp minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 bars of B major. Okay? So, if you can get the chords down and you just want to sing along, you can just do this, hold it out, go to the C sharp minor, go to the B, okay? But a lot of you are like, this isn't easy, these chords are ridiculously hard. It's like getting the dance steps choreo down from Butter. It's ridiculously hard. Or even the choreo from A Rush of Blood to the Head. So we've got the Coldplay reference. Let's find out some easier ways to do this, all right? So first of all, the B major chord, that 3rd chord in the progression, we can play it the exact same way we play an A major chord, just move it 2 frets higher, okay? So, since A is kind of where like the tonal center is, even though we're not in this key, A is kind of like where we start the whole party, right? We can get an A in this B chord, and it's not bad, right? So, the easy way to do it, we're gonna leave the A string and the high E string open for all of them, and then just play the chords like this. Okay? So our A major is gonna look how it always did. That C sharp minor, we're actually not even gonna take the 4th fret on the A string, we're gonna leave that open and then just make an A minor shape. Or maybe your pointer finger is on the 5th fret of the B string, and your ring and your middle finger on the G string and the D string, like that. Okay, so by itself, Might sound, I don't know if that's right, but it's super easy, right? And then we go to the B, which is just the 4th fret. Same way, same shape as an A. So you'll notice doing it this way, the shape is really, really easy to move around and change, okay? Especially when we get to that C sharp minor, we can just make that same A shape, right? I'm using my middle, my ring and my pinky for it. Get your pinky out of there, get your pointer finger in there, right there, and then back to B, so. So, you know, since it's your own acoustic arrangement, however you want to play it, I think that's a very easy way to play it, which doesn't sound bad. It might be non-traditional, it might not be like a... Sometimes you go from the B to the C sharp minor again, right? However you want to do it to make it a little more interesting. Now, there are guitars in this song, but they're kind of funky, higher voiced guitar type things. But there's one little part that I think sounds kind of cool that we can just talk about really quick, right? So if we do full bar chords, we can do the same thing like this, okay? On an acoustic electric guitar. Basically that low E string rooted bar chord shape on an A, the 5th fret. If we bar the 5th fret, go to the 7th fret and the A and the D string, the 6th fret on the G string. Sounds like that, right? Now, there's a part in the song where you can kind of hear the chords picked out on an electric guitar. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna find this shape inside, but it's gonna be kind of like where this is right here, D, G, B, which we can kind of take in this shape right here. Okay? These are the same chords played with different voicings, all right? Now, this may look familiar to you. This is an F-shaped chord, right? If you ever played F major or even C major down a string with your pointer finger still on the 1st fret. But if we move that where your pointer finger is on the 5th fret of the B string and we staircase it down, 5, 6, 7, just like that. And then we pick it out, just D, G, B, and then go 2 full steps higher toward that C sharp minor would be, and then go 11, 9, 9. That's the difference between a major chord and a minor chord. That's all it is. Bum, bum, bum. And then for the B, same thing as the A, right? So again, here's one other shape that we can use to get that. And then that can kind of go along with the... Or if we do it using those open shapes, or okay, now like I said before, this isn't in the key of A, it's actually in the key of E, even though we're not using an E major chord anywhere in it. But look, I just played that, and what? Sounded like an end, a fitting end. Wouldn't have really fit to do the song dirty like that, just to end it, because this is about you being my universe. That kind of love for whole milk never ends. Personally, I'm vegan and I prefer cashew milk, but I don't really know what was in that glass in Dynamite, but Jungkook seems like a very health conscious man, so I'm gonna assume that maybe it was even macadamia nut milk, right? Lost my train of thought. What are we talking about? We're talking about the key that it's in, okay? So, we're not gonna end it on an E, but it's good to think about where these chords come from, right? They're in the key of E. A great way to remember this is as a 4, 6, 5 in the key of E. All that means, if you take the notes in the key of E, you don't even, like, there are sharps and flats for sure, but the way to kind of cheat that, again, if you want more information on music theory, check out my Patreon. I'll link that below. E, F, G, A, B. A is the 4, right? So E, F, G, A. So it's a 4. Then A, B, C. C sharp is a 6. And then the last one is 5. We can start again. E, F, G, A, B. So A is the 4. C sharp minor is the 6. B is the 5. This is a 4, 6, 5. Okay? So you can always use a capo to kind of play different chords, but it's always going to be a 4, 6, 5 in that key. That's why if you do want to like solo around or something, you can actually just find the notes in the key of E major. So I won't bore you with all that stuff. All the stuff is on my Patreon if you guys are interested. But definitely kind of like a cool song to play. Once you kind of get the chords down however you want to do them, I recommend that you try to keep a steady hand. So you'll see that I'm going like a down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm muting in between the chords, okay? When I say muting, see how I'm kind of like, I'm exaggerating it right there. A major, down, down, up, down, up, down. Those mutes, aside from adding something percussively, they might take the place of the percussion in the original track. I was also buying my hand time to get to the next chord on time. So again, A, C sharp minor, B, B, 4, 6, 5 in the key of E. However you want to do it. It can be as simple as just rocking on the bass notes, open, 4 and 2 on the A string. A lot of cool ways to play it, but the important thing is that you're having fun. So let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, the website, or the Patreon. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.